Motion controls in Mario Kart have always been seen as something only used by casual players, but this strategy of using motion controls in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is actually usable to increase your success rate of nailing tricks on some tracks. Let's take a look at Mount Wario, the biggest example for this strategy. This is mostly useful in the mogul section, but can also be used in the forest. As you probably guessed by now, the strategy involved is not tricking using the R buttons on the controller, but instead using the controller for motion. Well, looks like with this strategy, I'm going back to my nunchuck using days. This strategy cuts out the need to worry for accidentally hopping over the moguls. Yes, I am aware that you can still use the R button, but it is much easier to be consistent when using motion. The second biggest area of use for this trick is on the track N64 Rainbow Road. You see, there is a secret tricking spot that some of you may not know about. In this section of the road, there is actually one more place to get a jump boost, and it takes a lot of precision to execute, but you can throw all that carefully timed R pressing out the window with the use of this motion strat. Using this actually allowed me to get a new personal best time on this track for the first time in about a year. Here are a few more smaller areas that can use this strategy. DS Cheap Cheap Beach's first glider ramp can be a pain sometimes. That is, if you don't do the drift off method. You can implement this strat in DS Ticktock Clock too. I only really recommend this if you struggle to time the tricks, however. On Animal Crossing, I just occasionally struggle with the first ramp, so I guess only use this if you have trouble timing the trick. And finally, the last spot that I could think of was in Thromp Ruins. Right after the gliding section, it can be a bit tricky to nail the trick on this tiny ramp. Seriously, what was Nintendo thinking when designing this? That's gonna do it for the motion tricking side of this video. If you can think of any more places where this can be implemented, then comment it down below and let me know. Now let's move on to the smart steering side of this video. I don't know if you've noticed this, but smart steering is generally not used by the pro players due to the fact that it doesn't allow you to take shrimless shortcuts or fall off the map to dodge blue shells. But as I've said in past videos, you can use smart steering to your advantage in certain scenarios. Say that you've just got a powerful item on a track like Rainbow Road. You go into the glider section and activate smart steering to use the power item. Once you land, you can now use it as intensely as you want with no repercussions. There are countless spots in the game where you can use this, but Rainbow Road is probably the most prominent, well, because it's Rainbow Road. Something that I'd like to say as a warning, it can be occasionally risky to do this because if you're like me, then you might accidentally leave the match. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial video. If you enjoyed it, then consider subscribing because we're pretty close to 700 subs. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.